It took me nearly 2 years to be able to jump back and to jump through in my Ashtanga practice. I think it's really important to learn how to do it. I think it really smooths out your practice, and it actually, even though it looks like it's challenging, it actually uses less effort once you're able to do it properly, where you're balancing your weight forward and you're finding your correct tilt points and you're controlling your body weight. One of the key things that you need to do is actually bend your arms as your knees are passing by and look forward. There's lots of things that we do in our Surya Namaskar or in the practice itself that actually can help you if you focus your attention on it. Like Bhuja Pita helps your head to go forward. Uplatihi helps with the lift. Just jumping back and jumping forward in your Surya Namaskar help your legs to spring out. So there's lots of things that you can focus on while you're doing the practice. Here is the lift. This is the lift that we sort of do in Uplatihi, or we do in between our Navasanas, but this lift right here really helps engage your core. I use sometimes little push-up stands and lift myself up so I get up a little bit higher, and then I hold it for a couple breaths and then lower. And just lift up, hold for as long as you can. Try to get your knees up a little bit higher and then release. Do that a few times. Then the next is the Navasana lift. Now in Navasana we hold our legs out for 5 breaths. And then after our 5 breaths, we do a lift. Now you can work at trying to get up a little bit higher in your lift, or you can use also the push-up handles to get a lift, a little bit higher of a lift. Sometimes it's hard to get that lift. And don't worry if your feet don't lift off the ground in the beginning. It takes some time to develop that strength, the core strength. So just work at holding the lift a little bit longer, and then see if you can hold your feet up in the air a little bit for a half a breath or a breath, and then just try to work up to a couple breaths. That's all going to help you when you try to get the lift up for your jump back. Now, this is a technique which, if you're doing your jump backs incorrectly, where you're starting with your arms in front of your knees and just hopping back, and your arms are straight, and then you lower down into Chaturanga, you're never going to really figure out how to do it because you developed a bad habit. What I try to do is to go through all the series, all the sequences. Bring your knees up and then cross, get the little bit of lift, and then walk your feet through, and as your knees are passing your arms, bend your elbows. Look forward. And then once your knees pass your elbows, then you can sort of hop back and get used to doing that. Just keep doing that. You have to relearn how to do your jump back because you developed a habit of doing it the wrong way. So just do it this way, where you step through and then hop back. Next is the finished product. So you're putting all those little exercises together. You're crossing your knees in front of you, but don't worry if your knees drop right when you get your lift up. It's okay. Go forward and don't think, and just step and hop back. So you're just looking forward, your knees are going through, your elbows are bending, and then you spring your legs out the back. You just keep practicing doing that, and it will happen. You just have to keep practicing.